Stamping friends, it is that time. Yes, I'm actually, a minute late. Sorry. So it is, yeah, it's been one of those days. Rich and I got chatting over our dinner, and all of a sudden I went, oh, babe, I got to get ready. So here I am, and I hope you are here too. If you are here joining me live, well, thank you so much for doing that. If you are catching me on the replay here on Facebook, well, welcome to you here. And if you happen to be somebody that chooses to watch on YouTube, that's great as well. So this host code I will likely be closing out this week sometime, and so probably before our next Tuesday. I may wait and see if any of my Christmas card folks need to place an order before I actually close this out. But this is likely the last week, and I will probably have a new one next week when we are starting the month of October. Holy smokes, that seemed to go by really fast. So tonight we're talking gift card holders. A lot of them, well, sometimes I find that the space that you have left after you add your adhesive makes fitting the gift card in kind of tight. So I really liked this one, and honestly, I feel really terrible because I found the printout that I had with the measurements, but I don't see the person's name on there. So I will, if I can figure out where I found this great idea, I will share it with you for sure. But I'm going to leave this here. So we have some measurements and some scoring. Not a lot though, not a lot. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Okay, so what you're going to need is, and here's why it takes up a lot of cardstock. So you want to go 10¼ inches this way. So you're basically cutting 3/4 of an inch off the bottom or the top one end, the 8½ inch end of a sheet of cardstock. So you're really only going to get one, and then a couple of nice wide strips that you can use for die cuts or whatever else. Okay. So then, so you're 5½ here. Okay. And 10¼ this way. So once you cut that 3/4 of an inch off, you're going to turn it and you're going to cut it at 5½. So you're cutting off 3 inches on the other side. So you're really only going to get one. All right. Then along this long side, you're going to score it at 1 3/4, and then again at 6. Okay. So let's see what that means. That means we're going to fold this up, and that becomes our pocket. Okay. This is where the gift card is going to go. So you have some room. Okay. So you're not going to be tight. All right. So even with your adhesive on both sides, you're going to have plenty of room to slide a gift card in there, and it won't be tight. Okay, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then this just folds down and is the front. Okay, so that's how that is gonna kind of go together. So let's put the pieces on. So then you're gonna need a piece of designer series paper, or embossed cardstock would work as well if you wanted to do that, but I found the designer series paper worked well, and that is going to be the 5¼ by 4, so sort of a standard card front. Okay, so I know it's so hard. I was going to do it this way, but then I came up with something else. So we're going to go with the trees, and it's hard, and I'm saying, I'm sorry, little bears, you are wicked cute. But it has to be this way. All right, so we're going to put our Christmas trees here. Do you ever find that it's hard to cover up a particular side of the designer series paper? Sometimes I really do. I struggle. All right, so then we're going to decorate the rest of the front. Now, what I did was I just grabbed a piece of real red, okay, and I thought that made that pop. So if this is 3 by 4, because this is one of the Memories and More cards, and I thought give the gift of Christmas cheer. Since this is a gift card holder, I thought that worked well. All right. So this red is likely to be 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. That's my best guess because I didn't measure it, and this particular piece of grid paper does not have measurements. Let me see if I can sneak underneath and see. Ha! Oh, I am good. That is exactly what size this is. 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. All right, so then we're going to add this Memories and More card. And these are part of the suite, if you order the whole suite. Now, some of this is on low inventory, so if the bears were something that was high on your list, you might want to think about that. Just saying. All right, then we'll add, I think we'll put this whole front layer up on dimensional. So here we go, Leslie and the crazy dimensionals. Whoops, they're stuck to my fingers. There we go. So I'm hoping by next Tuesday I can share the baby shower invitations that we made for Shannon's shower, because I think everybody will have gotten them. They went out in the mail today, so I'm hoping I can share them with you because I am very proud of the way they came out. The girls did a great job helping. We did a lot of coloring, and they're beautiful. They're just beautiful. All right, so then we'll put that on there. Okay, so now we can open this up, and here it is. So I have this is a little bit different piece of designer series paper, but I happen to have a small scrap. So I thought that would decorate the inside nicely. Now here's what I haven't tested yet. I have not tested whether I can slide this in once the pocket is secured on the sides. So that's what we're going to do this time, and we're going to see if it works. If it doesn't, I may have to cut it off. So we'll see. All right, so we're going to add this. Now here's a trick, okay? When you're adding your designer series paper, be careful, be cognizant, be thinking about where, if there's a direction to your paper, you want to be careful about that, okay? You want to make sure it's going the right way. So if I had, say this was open, and I had put this going the right way, and if I hadn't thought about it, I might have put that going the wrong way. So just think about that before you do. Then you're going to take a circle punch. Doesn't really matter what size. You just want to take a little bite so that they can get, and I found that kind of lining my punch up with the bottom score line here, or you could even go to the designer series paper. You just want to take that little bite, and I'm trying to eyeball as best I can about the same amount of space on both sides, like that. And since I didn't put any glue there, clearly, oh, you know what? This one, I should have gone shallower because I chomped into the bear rats. Oh well. I should have been paying more attention to this as opposed to the bottom. I could have taken a much smaller little bite out of that. Oh well. You'll learn. You'll do it better than I did. It's okay. All right, so we're going to put, actually, do I have tear tape out? Oh, I know where there is some, I think. Ah, my paper pumpkin kit was still out here, so I have some tear tape. So the tear and tape would be a great adhesive. The Seal Plus, anything that's going to give you a nice, strong hold on that edge so that it doesn't pop open when they're trying to get their gift card out. Okay. All right. Let's give that a good rub with my bone folder. Like that. That makes it easier to peel that off. Okay, we're going to go ahead and stick this down. And now we're going to see, will this slide in? Oh, it's snug. So you might have to, yeah, no, it goes right down in there if you want it to. Okay, like that. And then your gift card. And you could put a greeting, you could stamp something there. Okay. I save all these little fakey things that come in the mail. Well, I don't save them all, but I save a lot of them. They work great for massaging the ink down into your stamp pad because they're coated so that they don't get grungy like cardstock would. Anyway, so there you go. Now you have a wonderful little gift card holder that could get mailed. Okay, and with the thicker cardstock and stuff, it might not be quite so evident that it is a gift card holder. Anyway, so we ended up with, oh, I didn't use this piece this time, but hang on, we'll use it the next time. This 5 1/4 by 1 3/4 inch piece, and then the basic white inside. And I did it 4 3/4 this way by 3 3/4 inches high so that it wouldn't get stuck in any of the folds. All right, so there's that one. And let's build this one next. And I'll just run through those measurements again real quick. Okay. And then I'll show you 2 other ones because you don't use gift card holders only for Christmas. I use them for birthdays or thank you gifts. You know, somebody did something nice for me, I might tuck a gift card in there or something like that. Okay, so here is our 5 1/2 by 10 1/4 piece of cardstock, scored at 1 3/4 and 6 inches. Okay, then we're going to fold up the little pocket, give that a good score like that, and then we're going to fold down the front cover. So this is Pretty Peacock cardstock. All right, then we're going to add, let's see what we got here. Trying not to run into all of my little pieces and part the dimensional backings and stuff because I'd like to not have to pick them up off the floor, honestly. All right, so this paper is, I think it's In the Woodlands, or it's something. It's the one that is the sharing, like Stampin' Up will do $3 from each package of designer series paper for you know what, hang on, I'm going to just get that page in the mini catalog. I'm going to go right over here, grab a mini catalog, and then I can just show you. So it is called, and it's one that you might miss because it's right here in the beginning. It's the Making a Difference project one this time. It's called A Walk in the Forest, and this bear can get punched. Did you see this? And some of the trees fit some of the die cuts. Okay, so that's pretty great. It coordinates with the Mary's Tree dies and the Beary Cute Punch. Okay, so it says that right in the description. And so $3 of the $12.50 for each package will go to support organizations dedicating to spreading cheer and providing support to those in need. And I think we talked about one other time that in the United States, I'm pretty sure I read that that is Toys for Tots. Okay, all right, so now I have my cardstock. I did not choose to stamp it or emboss it because I'm using just a slightly smaller piece of designer series paper, which is the back side. And I did that. I said, oh, because the original had just the designer series paper, and I went, nope, it needs something to help it pop. So I went ahead and did it this way, and I like that so much better. Okay, so let's put this on there. But really, depending on what you're choosing to use, you could do anything that you want for that band across the front. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Like you could have a piece of coordinating colored cardstock that you've stamped on. You could have cardstock that you have embossed. Okay, I could have used the winter with a snowflake embossing folder and done that. So there's tons of different things that you could choose to do, right? Now, we do have our bear. And since he's walking this direction, I'm going to snip off the Merry Christmas and move it over. So I'm just going to try and go as straight as I can, like that. Okay, that's not bad. And we'll put that over here, and then we'll bring our bear over here, and he can just be walking on the front of our card. So I did punch, I used the bear punch, and I punched him right out of the designer series paper. All right, so we'll put this over here like that, and we'll add some dimensionals to our bear in his sweater, staying all cozy warm. All right, there we go. Okay. So then we'll put him right there. Okay. And add this to the front. Okay, like that. So we've got the forest of trees behind him. We've got some snowflakes because, you know, it's the North Pole because that's where polar bears live. Okay, there we go. All right, then we can open this up. We can add these trees. Now here's where you got to be careful, okay? Now I could do this. Either side is going to tie in to the front. It doesn't make any difference. Do you guys have a preference? Snowflakes or trees? I'm going to just give you just a second. So somebody better jot a note. Somebody tell me. Thank you, Kathy. Yeah, it's the walk in the forest. So, snowflakes? Thanks, Kathy. You say snowflakes. I'm going with it. All right. I do like the snowflakes. And we'll just put a little adhesive here. So glad you're here. All right, there we go. Okay, now we'll take a little bite out of here. I may not take quite as big a bite this time, although I'm not trying to avoid a bear. Man, I'm so disappointed in that. Okay, then we will add our tear tape to the side. Right here. I love tear tape for this kind of stuff because literally you can just tear it. I don't have to get my scissors sticky. I don't have to do anything. It's not hard. I can, yeah, I love tear tape. So you just want it right over there, as close to the edge as you can kind of get it. Okay. There we go. We'll tuck this right there. And then another piece of that paper had some stripes, which I thought looked nice. And I thought I'd put that right here. Because yeah, we can't have those trees going sideways for sure. All right. There we go. And again, I could put a greeting here. I could decorate the inside. I happen to have the Memories and More cards, which means I have the sticker sheets. So I could even do, no, I don't want that there. I'm just thinking. So I think what we will do is maybe just put, what do we got mostly? Mostly we have trees and the bear. Oh, how about we combine them and grab this sticker right here and tuck this in like this. Come on, slide down in there for me. There we go. And then I can even just put a little bit of adhesive right there and just hold it in. It doesn't have to come out. And then I could just put our little bear decorating the tree over here like that. And then our gift card still fits. Okay? And you could jot a little note or sign it, you know, love Uncle Rich and Aunt Leslie, or, you know, whatever. Okay? So there you go. All right, let's see what we have, what else we have here. All right. I'm going to tuck those back behind me so I don't lose them. All right, so we did our 2 Christmas ones while we were here together. But, like I said before, that is not the only time we use gift cards, right? I use them for a lot of things, especially because I have people that are a little bit hard to buy for. So, oh, you know what? I did not do this one well. Now, I'll deal with that later. This one sticks out a little too far, which means I need to move that balloon, but I'll do that later. So I used some of the Delightfully Eclectic paper, some of the beautiful Celebration, Bright and Beautiful, something, that, you know, that balloon set. And a little Happy Birthday, and that would work really nicely for pretty much anybody. So we'll tuck that one over there. And then I had this one. I played around with my daisy dies, the Cheerful Daisy dies, and this is more of that Delightfully Eclectic paper. This comes from this greeting, I think it's time for a celebration, comes from that balloon bundle. Okay, I know I should know all the names of these, or I should have written them down. That's all right. And then this one, Wishing You the Brightest Birthday. So because I didn't say happy birthday on the front, I felt okay using a birthday greeting on the inside. Okay, same here. Okay, if I had put happy birthday here, I might have put something else on the inside, or something else. Okay, but I like carrying over the designer series paper. I thought that was nice. Or since I didn't want the stripes going the other way, I just stamped some balloons in Night of Navy to bring out that nice strong navy stripe. Okay, so lots of ways to use that particular style gift card, and super easy. Like you could go fast and do a lot of these really easily. Okay, and not a lot of materials. You could these would definitely be great for like your I want to say like your newspaper delivery person. Back when I was a kid, it was a kid out there riding their bike at some crazy hour of the morning. Or, you know, your letter carrier, or, you know, bring them to the bank and give them to the bank teller, or your, you know, massage therapist, your, any of your service people, your hairstylist, your nail tech, whatever. These would be great because you could just pop a Dunks card or whatever in there, Starbucks card, and pop it in an envelope, and you've got a great thing to have with you. You know, you could make up 3 or 4 Merry Christmas ones and carry them with you at that time of the year. And then if you catch somebody being really great, you got a little, you know, $5 card or whatever in there, and you just hand it to somebody. I think that would be, you know, spread the kindness. Do that. It's good. All right. Hey, that is timing. Just the half an hour. So I'm feeling really good about that. All right, let's put some tools away. And I'm going to keep my fingers out of the way so that if you would like a screenshot of all of that, you can get that, and I will be posting this up to YouTube and have some pictures of these things shortly. All right. Hey, thanks for joining me. And if you are local to me, here in the southwest corner of New Hampshire, you could stop by between 4 and 6 on Monday, the 2nd of November. No, not November. The Monday, the 2nd of October. Gosh, now I'm rushing poor October out of the way. Every Monday in October, and I'm starting a new drop-in event called Make It Monday. I'll have 2 or 3, maybe 4 projects. Some will use current product, some will use maybe retired product, but you can just stop in and make whichever ones that you like. And if you don't like them, don't make them. And that's okay. So anyway, it's, yeah, so that's when that's happening, is Monday, October 2nd. So love to see if you're nearby. All right, thanks so much for, I know, Kathy, you're just a little too far to just drop in. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good night. Bye-bye.